I don't know if it's just me, or is it that people have forgotten how to dress outside publicly? It's like we just stopped caring about how we present ourselves. Like, I'm not even talking about being conservative or anything like that. I'm just talking about basic decorum. Because I feel like lately, people are dressing like the club everywhere. The airport, brunch, Target, baby showers, first birthday parties. And the second you say something, all of a sudden you're a hater, you're a pick-me, you're not a girl's girl. But I actually believe something is happening culturally that is leading us to start going this direction, the direction of no decorum. And we're about to break it all the way down in today's video. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. My name is Tonibryanne, and in today's video, we're going to be discussing how class has gone out the window. You guys know I like to start off every video with a little bit of positivity, so let's first start off with the quote of the day. Let me first button up for y'all trying to say something to me, because I didn't realize all my girls were out. I can't be talking about class then having the girlies hanging out like it's recess. Today's quote of the day is, I have utter faith that my journey will lead to my success. Today's verse of the day is Hebrews chapter 1, verse 3, and it reads, the sun is the radiance of God's glory and the exact representation of his being, sustaining all things by his powerful word. After he had provided purification for sins, he sat down at the right hand of the majesty in heaven. Please be sure you guys are following me on all my social media platforms. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and Twitter as well. Well, I have Twitter. Y'all can look at it. I'm not like on Twitter like super actively, but if y'all want to check it out, check it out. But it's all linked down below, and I have the same name on all my platforms, and it's linked right here as you guys are watching right now. I also have a separate podcast called The Decision Podcast. It's all about how one choice can impact your life. So if you guys want to go ahead and check out that podcast, please go ahead and check it out. And yeah, I think you guys will really enjoy it if you guys enjoy watching me. I think you guys will enjoy my interview style. I think I do a pretty good job, and the stories of the people that come on are some of the most shocking stories you may ever hear in your entire life. So definitely check it out. Everything will be linked down below. And yeah, I think that is all the housekeeping. And without further ado, you guys, let's get straight into today's video.
Taking you in this moment.
This episode is brought to you by Booking.com. Booking.com offers a wide array of hotels and vacation rentals across the US, so you can find exactly what you're booking for. There's something for everyone, even those who are impossible to please. Find exactly what you're booking for. Booking.com, booking.yeah. Book today on the site or in the app. This video is going to be very funny because I recently did a video talking about how I feel like Christian modesty is a bit performative. And from that video, you had all the Christians attacking me, saying that I'm not a real Christian, I'm a lukewarm Christian, and I want to live in a worldly world. But you know, one thing about me that I'm very proud to say is that I'm not an end-all be-all type of woman. I have opinions on everything. I think there's nuance given in every situation, and I like to provide some nuance too. And I don't think that everything is a matter-of-fact answer. And shoo, you guys might want to shoot me for that. By all means, do what you gotta do. Well, no, don't shoot me, but it's figurative language, figurative. But y'all can think what y'all think, but I feel like I'm pretty fair. I'm a pretty neutral being in a lot of cases. So, yeah, I'm never like on one end, like super conservative, or I'm not like super liberal. Like, I feel like I'm pretty realistic when it comes to things. So it's always interesting when people say or try to label me. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I look at all situations in a full lens. Like, I'm really not very end all be all. But I say that all to say, the girlies have been showing out, okay? They are taking sexy to a whole nother level. From the super short skirts, y'all remember the bubble skirt era when girls were just literally having their bare butt cheeks out in public and sitting down in chairs with their bare butt cheeks out. Yuck! All these disease, y'all know they don't wipe them chairs down. And people be standing on the chairs and doing all types of things. Kids kicking, putting boogers, no. But yeah, super short skirts, super short shorts, same thing. Everything all up in places where they don't need to be. Probably getting all types of infections, and it's not very comfortable. Super tight, booty cheeks out, kids around, too much going on. To the sheer outfits in regular settings, at babies' birthday parties, having dresses with slits, and your entire thigh is showing at a baby's first birthday party. To lingerie-inspired outfits. Girls literally wearing lingerie outside Whether it's in the club, whether it's at the park, whether it's a picnic date, maybe, heck, I'm sure somebody has worn some form of lingerie at church. Yeah, in public, not in the bedroom where it belongs. And then, of course, pajamas, slippers, bonnets, scarves, all worn in public. We are losing every form of decorum there is, okay? And I hate to side with the boomers, but you know, one thing they definitely held down was how to dress in public, and they look damn good while at it. However, I'm not saying that we need to dress head to toe in suits and dresses and gowns 24/7 like they did back in the day, okay? I am not saying that. But child, there seems to be no in between anymore. People are either extremely underdressed or extremely exposed, and then if they're not that, they have to be the modesty warrior. However, we're not discussing the modesty warriors today, so I don't need y'all to try with me, so I'm gonna push y'all that way, okay? I don't have time for those mean comments, okay? Y'all are not very nice sometimes. And the thing is, I have seen this in real life. People will say, oh, this is just a social media thing. This is not real. No, I see these things in real life where girls have their bare butt cheeks out at the mall in the middle of the day when children are running around. I don't have a family and I don't have children, but I don't want to see your bare butt cheeks out caked up at 2 p.m. on a Wednesday, quite frankly. And do not get me wrong, okay? I love a good, sexy fit. I love to feel good. I love feeling like a grown woman. I love a little boob action going on. I like looks like that because if you got it, flaunt it, boy, I know you want it. No. Okay, I'm being really silly today, but no, I'm all for it, okay? Free it. Look good, look sexy, but there's a way to do it tastefully, and then there's a way to do it distastefully, okay? There's sexy, and then there's just straight inappropriate, okay? It's giving Rihanna, how she dresses in her sex appeal, sexy look. That's one form of sexy. And then you had when Lizzo went to that sporting event and had everything exposed. And y'all be quick to be like, oh, y'all are just saying that because she's overweight. No, baby. At least I'm not. There's tasteful and then there's distasteful. There's a difference, okay? Because I'm all for sex appeal. I'm all if you guys want to look good, feel good, I'm all for it. I love that for everybody. And Lord knows, okay, he ain't fixed me quite yet, but I love a good sexy look. But there's a way that you go about it.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but you can dress sexy and be classy at the same time. The key is being sexy in moderation. You don't want to have your boobs out, your legs out, your back out, things hanging out, being more nude instead of concealing some of the parts. Pick one part that you want to accentuate and conceal the rest. That is just a tip on dressing classy if you're interested in being classy. You don't have to dress like an 80-year-old woman or 90 just because you appear as classy. You can still do it in a very youthful way. Now, when it comes to me, I do like things to be a bit more tasteful, a little bit more modest, but I do know how to dress it up and be sexy when I want to, but I just don't bear everything out.
And what's interesting to me today is that these looks that we just saw, they are not being framed as trashy any longer. These looks are now being categorized as tea or clock it or you look good, bae. And we're not calling out some of these fits. I was watching Scotty with the Body, a clip when they did their gender reveal, her and her baby daddy, Lemuel Plummer. And when the guests were walking in to the baby shower, they had nothing on. There were girls wearing legit club attire to a baby shower, a gender reveal. Just because you have a little body doesn't mean you need to show every aspect of that body every second of the day. There is a time and there is a place. There are some outfits that are considered trashy and like super sexy that are still like acceptable, but it just depends on the environment you're in. Like if you're in the club, it'd be like, okay, ma, you look good, body tea, okay. But if you wear that at 9 a.m. on a Tuesday, you're not gonna get that same reaction if you're at the grocery store. Like there's levels to it, babe. And I think the issue is that a lot of us are not seeing it. And when you call it out, you're now deemed as a pick-me or you're deemed as a hater. And I am tired of having that conversation. If someone looks a mess, somebody looks a mess, point blank, period. And to me, it feels as if it's almost attention seeking. I think a lot of the times women are showing and revealing more skin because it gets them attention, not just in person, but also on social media.
All right, y'all, before we get into my next talking point, here is a quick word from today's sponsors in today's video.
I have way too much free time, said no one ever. Work, appointments, family and friends, life is non-stop. And trying to find a new place on top of all of that, completely overwhelming. That's where apartments.com comes in. If you want to make time for the things you love, but you still need to find your next home, apartments.com has tools to make your home search so much easier. And it's all on one site. With 3D virtual tours to get a peek at a rental listing, online tour scheduling, plus the ability to see the exact unit you're interested in and apply for a place with one click, renters can handle it all on apartments.com. Make your move from the comfort of anywhere and make more time for you. Join the millions of happy renters and visit apartments.com. The place to find a place. This episode is brought to you by Booking.com. Booking.com offers a wide array of hotels and vacation rentals across the US, so you can find exactly what you're booking for. There's literally something for everyone, even those who are impossible to please. Whether you're booking for yourself, your partner, your picky teens, your sleep light, rise early mom, or your high maintenance group chat, you can find exactly what you're booking for. For me, when I'm booking a stay, I already know I need a few very specific things. I'm talking blackout curtains because I hate waking up to sunlight, a comfy bed that actually feels like a hotel bed, and enough space so I don't feel cramped after a long day. And if I'm booking with my girlfriends, it's a whole different checklist. We're looking for a place with room to spread out, somewhere close to restaurants and the latest nightclubs, and honestly, just a stay that fits everyone's vibe without compromise. That's why I love that if I can find my perfect stay on Booking.com, anyone can. Find exactly what you're booking for. Booking.com, Booking.yeah. Book today on the site or in the app. And thank you so much to today's sponsors for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back into my next talking point. I don't know if you guys have ever heard the concept of BBL fashion, where people say there's a certain category of clothing, mostly with websites like Fashion Nova, where there are certain outfits that are curated for women that have Brazilian butt lifts, which basically means they got fat removed from their tummy, their arms, different places, and put into their buttocks. And basically they're caked up on a Sunday, they're caked up every day. And it's almost celebrated online, but if you saw some of these looks in person, you probably would be baffled.
Somebody told me that BBLs look like club outfits that you can't take off, and now I can't unsee it. And it all started off with a guy who basically went on a rant saying, like, BBLs don't look professional during the day. It only looks professional at night. And you know what? He's kind of right. Like, no tea, no shade, but I don't trust no nurse giving me nothing with no f***ing BBL. Step aside. Where's my auntie at? You really, like, I really don't feel like certain things you do as a profession looks professional if you have a BBL, and you can't take it off. So what do you do after that? Like, you're a teacher with a BBL? Like, it looked like he was talking about something like BBLs look good for, like, Instagram models, influencers, rappers' girlfriends, But when you have a professional job, like, I literally just can't take you seriously.
I live in Atlanta, Georgia, okay? I have not encountered some of these looks. I do see some looks that I'm like, are you serious that you really wore that outside? When I go to the club, where I'm like, girl, what are we doing here? Like, it's given attention seeking. But I've been to restaurants. I've never seen these in person, but I have heard people say that these girls are going out in straight up lingerie to go to dinner at very nice restaurants. Like, 5-star restaurants, they have their booty cheeks out because they're trying to get a picture for Instagram and show off that they're going out on a date with this guy with a lot of money. And on social media, because social media is a whole alternate universe, everybody in the comments like, oh my God, yes, body tea, you ate it, clock that, oh my God, I wish my body looked like that. But in person, it most likely isn't going to be received the same exact way depending on the environment that you're in. A lot of these outfits and looks that they're wearing, one wrong move, your whole hoo-ha is out, or your butt is out, or a nip slip is begging to happen. And it is uncomfortable for all of us to see, okay? You should always dress based on where you're going. There is a difference between a concert fit versus going to the grocery store, an airport fit versus going to church. Church is a whole different conversation because people aren't even putting on their Sunday best anymore. We have lost the art of Sunday best. But yes, and there's also a difference between a brunch fits and club fits. But I feel like we have definitely gotten those confused because now people think brunch is the club and it's a party, because it definitely gives that, especially when you live in a city like I do, like Atlanta. I'm sure Atlanta, Houston, New York, maybe. Brunch is basically the club on a Sunday. But there is no separation anymore. No sense of, hey, this is appropriate for this event. We recently saw this with the Houston Rodeo Show, which is categorized as a family-friendly event. However, the past few years, it has not been giving family-friendly because you have all the girls that want to come out caked up on a Thursday. There has been a ton of online discourse about what these women are wearing at these said events and how they are blatantly exposing certain aspects of their bodies that should not be seen, especially at family-friendly events. There is a time and there is a place, and when you call that out, you should not be categorized as a hater because you're calling it out.
I'm really confused why y'all keep trying to fight to have your bare exposed. Coming online to verbally spar with people trying to tell you that children are at an event. And you're like, no, people can wear what they want to wear. You're arguing to have your bare out in front of children. Do you hear yourself? Could you imagine if a man argued to have his bare cheeks out around children? What do you think would be the outcome of that? I don't even want to put this on like a demographic, because we all saw the pictures of the janties. That's what they're calling them, the jean panties. That looked to be an old. So it's not even like a young, old thing. Like, people are just legitimately fighting to have their whole out. And I'm so confused by it.
The Houston Rodeo is literally known to be a culturally family-friendly event. But for that reason, that is even being turned into something else. I feel like we need to discuss the badification of everything. The badification of holidays. Let's really talk about it. Where when you literally search up Easter fits, because Easter just passed, and the fits that pop up are not Easter fits, okay? It's like everybody wants to show skin all of the time, but there is a time and there is a place. For instance, like Easter Sunday, like I go to church and then I go to brunch after. What I wear to brunch is different than what I'm wearing to church, okay? I always have an outfit change. What I wear to church is typically very covered up. I don't like to show any form of bosom. I don't like to show too much legs. I like to keep it very, very classy. But when I go to brunch, like for instance, this year, I had a dress that was all the way to the ground. Like you could only see my feet, but it was a halter top. So like a little bit of cleavage was showing. Today, some girls would wear that exact outfit to church and be okay with it because they're like, well, it's long. There is a time and a place, and y'all are gonna hear me say that a billion times in this video. I'm all for being confident and I'm all for loving and appreciating your body. And if you paid for it, hey, show off those dollar signs. I get it. But confidence and presentation is not the same thing. You can be confident and still understand a time and a place. The Houston Rodeo shouldn't be ruined because girls don't know how to put it up for a second for a family-friendly event. Even Halloween, why are we going trick-or-treating with our kids with our butt cheeks out and our breasts out? Why are we wearing inappropriate costumes? If you want to wear a sexy costume for Halloween, if you celebrate Halloween, keep that for the Halloween parties. Why are we wearing that amongst children? Why are we wearing that to the church trunk or treat? Why are we wearing that to the school trunk or treat? And why are we putting ourselves in positions where people have to call us out and then we become defensive? Even Christmas. Christmas is now sexy costumes where girls are wearing sexy lingerie and sexy Mrs. Claus costumes to the wrong events. A time and a place, a time and a place. And as I stated earlier, we've gotten to a point where when we critique women's behaviors, we as women, I would say, and even men, because men will get hated on that too, though they have their own fish to fry. I agree with that, okay? No, y'all know I'm never on the side of a man, okay? Unless need be. If I'm on it, gosh darn it, don't make me be on the side of a man. But especially as women, we are labeled as pick-me. And if a man does it, he's labeled as gay. They'll be like, well, do you even like women? And I personally do not think that's fair because it doesn't allow us to have real conversations and to maybe look at ourselves and take accountability and be like, dang, like maybe I shouldn't have worn that at this said event, or maybe I can try a different look, or maybe being sexy doesn't mean showing every inch of my skin or having my hoo-ha practically out. And that even gets to me speaking on how we present ourselves at airports. This is primarily, I guess, speaking on Black women, because I am a Black woman, and we are the ones that primarily will wear like our bonnets and scarves, and the girls are wearing these to the airport. And I think this is also a conversation that can delve in deeper where I'm not just attacking Black women, because I do know, like I'm very well aware that when Black women do it, it's a problem, but but when white women do it or non-black women do it, it's not a problem, because now apparently non-black women are wearing bonnets to the airports. But before we even get into that battle, I'm gonna cut it off real quick, real smooth right now. I don't think anybody should be wearing bonnets or anything to the airport. Now, if you're going on a long flight, that is a little bit different, okay? I'm all for like maybe a scarf. Like for me, I'll wear my rollers to the airport if I have an important event right after, and I'm fine wearing my rollers. Like, I don't think that's like a big deal. I don't know what it is, but when it comes to a bonnet, that like takes the cake, because I will put a scarf on. Like, I'll take my scarf off, but then when I get on the plane, I'll put my scarf on. But I'm not wearing a bonnet, okay? So there's just like the way we present ourselves. If you're wearing a bonnet, then you're also wearing the pajamas. Like, I just don't think that's how we should be dressed at the airport. I also don't think we need to be wearing freaking jeans and gowns to the airport either, because I do see some people, like my parents, it's so funny. Like, they go to the airport, they're wearing jeans, like full outfits. And it's funny because I personally am not going to be wearing jeans to the airport. It's just the different generations, how they operate. But I will wear like a cute loungewear set. I will wear a cute little sweatsuit set and look nice.
So yesterday, I was in the airport in Atlanta because I'm in Jackson, Mississippi now at Chuckles Comedy Club, right? And we got 3 shows tonight. We got a matinee at 5:30, then we got 7, then we got 10, right? And I'm excited. I always love going to the stage. So when we got to the airport yesterday, I was excited, like, all right, baby, let's go get him in Jackson, Mississippi. And as we began to walk through the airport, I saw so many, actually too many to count and too many for me to tap. But I saw so many of our young sisters in head bonnets, scarves, slippers, pajamas, blankets wrapped around them, and this is how they're showing up to the airport. And I've been seeing it, not just at the airport, I've been seeing it at the store, at the mall. I've been seeing sisters showing up with these bonnets and headscarves and these slippers. And the question that I'm having to you, my sweet babies, when did we lose pride in representing ourselves? When did we step away of, let me make sure I'm presentable when I leave my home? Let me make sure I'm representing the family I created, so that if I'm out in the street, I look like I have pride in myself. And I'm not saying no full face of makeup. I'm not saying no full front lace frontal. I'm not saying none of that. All I'm saying is, could you please comb your hair? And if you don't want to comb your hair, they got enough shit out here now, baby, where you can style yourself up and look like you have pride. I'm not saying you don't have pride, but the representation that you're showing, someone would have to ask you to know that you had it. So my sweet babies, for the ones that do call me auntie, I love you for real. Even the ones that don't, I love y'all asses too. But the babies that say auntie to me, please listen to auntie. Always have pride in your representation of you. It's not to get a man. It is just your representation of you, my sweet babies.
Why and who told you that it was fine to wear a bonnet in public? I mean, I'm just wondering, where did this come from? Like, I understand if there's a fire and you got to run out your house, or if it's an emergency, like life-threatening, or something like that. But bad manners, okay.
Now, I say this all to say, I do not agree with wearing pajamas and bonnets at the airport. I don't think we need to wear that. And I know people will very quickly go to, this is a black versus white thing. And like I said, I'm going to break that up real quickly. None of us should be wearing that to the airport. I think there's still a way that we should present ourselves when we're out in public. Bonnets are for bedtime. Pajamas are for bedtime. We should keep them for bedtime. And that does not make me a hater. That does not make me a pick-me. And that does not make me anti-black. I think that we should just present ourselves nicely when we're out and about. You never know who you're going to run into. And hey, it might suck, but we live in a very shallow society, and you could potentially miss out on opportunities if you're walking around looking like you're ready for bed. That's just the truth of the world, and that's just how the world runs, unfortunately. And if you don't like it, I guess rebel or adapt. I don't know what to say about it, but I just feel like we should dress well when we are out in public. Calling out certain behaviors or addressing certain things, expecting people to take accountability, should not be demonized the way that I think that we do online. Whenever people speak on something that they are not okay with, or whenever people speak on something that they don't fully agree with, and they're doing it in a non-toxic way, people are very quick to just say like, oh, you're a pick-me, you seek male validation, you're not a girl's girl, you're not this, that, and the third. And I feel like that does not allow us to progress as a society. And that's why I feel like we are super stunted when it comes to progression as Gen Z, Gen Alpha, whatever. We don't ever call things out. And when we do call things out, if it's different than what we're already used to, people are quick to attack. And I don't think that's right.
Unpopular opinion. I'd rather go in public like this, looking like this, than go out there with a bonnet on. Like, I don't know. Bonnets, I don't know. Y'all gonna chew me up? But yeah, I'd rather go out here looking like this than putting a bonnet on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But I'm not saying people shouldn't wear what they want to wear. That's not my point at all. But I do think we should ask, why is everybody so exposed? Why is there no distinction about what's to be worn in public versus private? Or for which occasion? And are we actually expressing ourselves or performing for an audience? Everything does not need to be sexy all the time. There's a time and a place. I'm all for you wanting to be a little sexy, show a little skin, but know when and where you're doing that. There used to be a mystery, especially when it came to women's bodies and men, because the men are on OnlyFans now too. But now everything is seemingly on display and in the open for everybody to see. And I think we need to make things private again. And lastly, just because you can wear it, just because you look good in it, just because body's tea, doesn't mean every place is for it. And we need to remember that. But you guys, I of course want to know what you guys think in the comments down below. What are your thoughts on how people are dressing out and about? What are your thoughts on bonnets at the airport? What are your thoughts on women wearing basically nightlife clothes during the daytime? What are your thoughts on women exposing their skin? What are your thoughts on people sharing their thoughts on that? Let's get it all going in the comments down below. If you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I love and appreciate the love and support so very much. And I will see you all in my very next video. Love you guys. Bye. Mwah.
Pluto TV has thousands of free movies and TV shows.
You swear?
If I'm lying, I'm dying.
This is the mindset. Free. This is the mantra.
Free.
This is the mindset. With movies like Titanic, Dreamgirls, and Gladiator.
Are you not entertained?
And TV shows like Survivor, SpongeBob SquarePants, The Fairly Odd Parents, and Ghosts. Pluto TV is always free. Huzzah! Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.
Taking you in this moment. Come get close like you own it. Read your aura, you want more of all this love, you'll be your name. Release all of your burden.